Good morning, guys. Today we are in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we're going to go through and tour the home and check out the gravesite of our 23rd president, Benjamin Harrison. Now, this looks like quite a home for the time period, and the people who work here at this location also told me that this by far was not the largest home on this block at the time. This was a very wealthy area at the time, and there were a lot of very prestigious families that lived here. But as you can see from the outside, this is a beautiful house. Now I'll take you on the other side and we'll check out the garden and lawn. This would have been quite the place. I mean, even today, this would be a pretty awesome house to live in. I'll show you guys just a little bit more out here. This is pretty cool. You don't see these very many places, especially not many houses. It's very peaceful and quiet out here. Now, as I mentioned, Benjamin Harrison was our 23rd president, and he is the only president that I can think of in U.S. history that ran for office and never left his front porch right here. Now, this big part of the porch was not here before he was elected president, but this colored part here, where the door is where Benjamin Harrison would have stood to deliver speeches to the crowds that would hang out front of his house. And if you think about that today, that probably wouldn't work because nobody's going to go to a presidential candidate to listen to them speak. I mean, they have to go all over the country. But this deck was made, I believe, during his presidency. So when he came back to live here after he got done at the White House, this porch was the porch that he would have had then, just not the porch that he would have delivered his speeches from. But a pretty awesome place. So let's go in and check out the home, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about what I know about it, and we will see what we can find. Now this is just inside the front door. And this would be the front parlor. Now this is the only room that you cannot go into. They have it blocked off because the carpet or the rug on the floor is original. So that's the only room that you can't go into. Now this is the back parlor, and it was in this room right here that Benjamin Harrison accepted the nomination for President of the United States. So history happened right in this room. Now, what also makes this house unique is that upwards of 80% of the furniture and furnishings in this house is original to the Harrison family. So most of what you see here is original. And that is one beautiful chandelier. This is one more look at the back parlor.
So, back parlor, family room. Hesitating.
Now here's some of the original furniture. Obviously they have signs here to not get you to sit on them. And a Regina phone, which was one of the ways that they could play music back then, so they would have done that in this room here. Now this is the office of Benjamin Harrison. This is just on the other side of the front parlor. You can see some of the canes here that people have probably gifted him. And this chair was a gift from a gentleman in Texas, made of horns. And this bookcase right here is from the White House also. But this is the desk that he would have worked from in his Indianapolis home. Here's an old work desk. And he did have a photo of Abraham Lincoln, or a painting at least. Benjamin Harrison was a huge supporter of Abraham Lincoln, and the two of them were friends. Now, I mentioned that the bookcase came from the White House, not this big bookcase, but the smaller one to the left. That's the one that was in the White House during the Harrison presidency.
He spent 9 years in the territory before he left for the War of 1812. So that's
Now, one thing about older presidents, they all had bookcases filled with books.
John Scott Harrison.
Now, this is just out in the hallway where they have an old telephone. That's pretty cool.
But other than that, this is
Now, this is the kitchen.
what we call a modern Midwestern kitchen on Harrison's located.
Now, this cabinet contains some china from the Harrisons as well as from the Lincolns and several other presidencies. And this was their dining room. An old tea set. Now, in this room, the original, there is a lot of original stuff here. The flatware is original, but the dishes and the china on the table are not original to the family or the home. The original china is in the china case, but the flatware and pretty much everything else in this room, it seems like, is original.
This is the room where I show you a lot of Carolyn's artwork. There's painted flowers on porcelain there, painted serving dish over on the other side of the
Now, I'm kind of cutting this video around a little bit because there are a couple other people on this tour, and I'm trying to give them a little bit of privacy and not show them in this video. Now, if there's one thing that's really unique about these old homes, it's these giant spiral staircases. Now, this is really a neat feature, and I really love these because there's one of these, it seems like, in most of the presidential homes around this time period. If you've ever been to the Ulysses Grant home, it's got the same kind of staircase. Just a really cool thing. Now, these back bedrooms are blocked off right now for renovation.
And there's also,
One more look at that spiral staircase.
you can see this one. This is taken on the White House lawn. Shows son Russell and his daughter.
Now, this right here was Benjamin Harrison's bedroom. I'll show you some of the things around here. Now, Benjamin Harrison was pretty well known before he became president. He was a Civil War hero. He was a brigadier general and also friends with Abraham Lincoln, as I mentioned before. But this was his bedroom. And one other fact, too. Benjamin Harrison was the grandson of William Henry Harrison, who was our 9th president, and he also served the shortest term of any president in history. He actually got sick while giving his inauguration speech and passed away soon after. Now, in 1901, Benjamin Harrison came down with pneumonia, and he ended up bedridden, and he passed away in this bed right here. So the final days and hours of Benjamin Harrison's life were spent right here.
So Elizabeth does marry.
It's a craft that isn't done.
Yeah, but that's one of the things they're doing is repair the plaster. It's got to be something. That's a separate piece there. Yeah, it's amazing.
Now, this is a little different than anything I've seen before. These are vintage exercise equipment.
He doesn't look like he's sitting down. It looks like
There's one more look of the bed and Benjamin Harrison's bedroom.
conscious about his staircase. But you do you've got a lower banister here, so it kind of tells you people were a little bit shorter back then.
Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this look into history, but that's not all I have for you. Now we're going to head across town to the Crown Hill Cemetery here in Indianapolis, and I'm going to show you the final resting place of Benjamin Harrison and his family. Now here we are at Crown Hill. Now, by the time this video is out, I probably will have already done a full cemetery tour on Crown Hill. So if you have interest in that, feel free to check that out. But let's go check out the grave of President Benjamin Harrison. Now I'll take you over to check out the final burial spot, and I will remain quiet for the rest of the video and play some soothing music and let you enjoy this at your own pace. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and check out some of my other videos. We'll catch you on the next one, and have a great day.